for Talk to Me Tuesday on May 17th, 2022. I did the farm animal selfies quilt. So last year, or maybe it was even 2020, I'm not sure. Jennifer R. and I both fell in love with these dots fabrics by Northcott. And I think we got them at thousandsofbolts.com. They were like majorly on sale, I want to say. They were like on clearance or something. I can't remember. Anyway, neither of us actually had an official plan for them. And you can only buy, the least you can buy is a yard. You can't buy a half yard or a fat quarter from Thousands of Bolts. So we came up with a plan. We did a sort of swap where she bought a few yards and I bought a few fabrics, 1 yard apiece. She bought a few, 1 yard apiece, and we didn't duplicate any of the colorways or any of the fabrics. And then, so we each bought something different. And then when we got them home, we cut them into half yards and we sent each other half yards of everything we got. So that way we both got a half yard of everything. And that was really fun. But I hadn't done anything with any of them yet. So I thought, I was looking for a color and I saw this purple in here and I thought, you know what? I had just dug a few of these half yards out and cut them into 2.5-inch strips. What I did was I cut all of the ones that had smaller dots into 2.5-inch strips. And I left the others with the larger dots as half yards. And I stuck the purple up here and I just loved it. So I got this done this weekend. I'm super happy with it. This is obviously one of the ones that I still had the half yard of with the larger dots, but has all the same colors in it, except it brings in the off-white, which is also in the borders of the Polaroids. There was a couple of nicks here and there in the panel, and so I did have to get pretty close, and I lost a little bit of like the Polaroid edge on in a couple of spots, but I'm super happy with how this turned out. Very excited. I'm not even sure what it's going to be. It might be a Linus quilt. I might have to give it to somebody else. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll sell it. Who knows? I did not make a video last week, so I didn't get to tell you about finishing all the geese. The geese are done, and that border is on the panel that I was making it for. Aren't those gorgeous? I just plugged out and I got them done within a week. So they were all done before a full week was out from when I posted about the geese last time. So they're all done. The paper's off. I need to put 2 more borders on this and then this will be ready to quilt. And other news, this past weekend, we did not have our regular Linus meeting, so I have not turned anything in April or in May. I still have 2 quilts, the Quilt As You Goes, that I need to bind. Instead, normally in April we have our annual volunteer appreciation brunch for the entire county organization. And obviously we haven't had it the last 2 years. It got canceled again this year, but we have a lady who's storing like all of our fabric and our batting. And so what we decided to do, because normally at the brunch we do a big giveaway of fabric and yarn that's been donated. We put together kits and stuff like that so that people who don't come to a regular meeting like I do, a lot of people just work at home on their stuff and they don't belong to a group, but they come to the volunteer appreciation brunch and they get supplies and labels and things like that to get their blankets done for the next year. And because we haven't had that, people were needing labels and they were running low on supplies. And so we did a big fabric and yarn giveaway at the place that we normally do my regular meeting this past Saturday. And I was not going to bring home anything. So I only filled this shopping bag. We had like, I don't know how many tables of yarn. I mean, it was insane. We also had a table of donations that can't be used for Linus, such as wool, for instance, in the yarn. And then also holiday-themed fabrics, Christmas-themed, Halloween-themed fabrics. that can't be used for Linus blankets necessarily, but we're free to take for personal use. All of the other stuff, the requirement is if you take it, it needs to be used to make something for Linus. So I got this. It consists of all of these batiks, 2.5-inch strips, a couple of really good neutrals. This panel was on the personal use table because it's not a quilt. It's like, it's a doll, a soft doll, and then it has like a play scene or something. It has like a background. I don't know if it's like a bag that you're supposed to put the doll in. I'm not really sure. There's the cape for the doll. There's these bits right here. I'm not sure what those are for. Yeah, there's like clothes for the doll. But I saw this and I loved the colors so much. So, and because it has like all of these, and it has these scenes here, and this bigger one here, I thought surely this can be turned into a quilt. To coordinate with these, I grabbed this red, which seems perfect, this green, which is really close, this blue, sort of a light tealy blue, and this aqua. And I'm sure I'm going to have plenty of fabric there for the quilt top. Finally, I haven't been buying any yarn, but I am almost done with the, I just need to put a final border on the granny square afghan that I started, I don't know, 2 years ago. Time has no meaning. So I grabbed this denim yarn. It's a Lion brand denim. And I grabbed, there was like 3 of those, and there were 4 of these off-whites and 3 of these really dark reds. And I should be able to do a teen size throw from that. I did shark surgery a couple of weekends ago. My daughter has this stuffed shark from IKEA that she ordered during the first year of the pandemic, I think. And she sleeps with it, and it's like, you know, sometimes to help your back or whatever, it's more comfortable to like hug a pillow. That's her hug a pillow, but it's a shark. And it was pre-squished. And so when we went to Austin, we went to IKEA and they had no sharks. So I told her, bring it to me when we get home and we will open it up, and I have plenty of stuffing. We can stuff it back up and sew it up. So I did. We opened it up and I took all of the stuffing out. It was kind of smelly. 2 years of being slept with. So I took all of the stuffing out, put it in a lingerie bag, and washed it with some other stuff that I needed to wash. And then after it came out and was nice and clean and pretty, I stuffed that sucker full with fresh new stuffing. And so I will insert pictures at the end of the deflated shark, the bag of old stuffing, and the newly stuffed shark, which she is now sleeping with and very happy with. It was fun. I hadn't done anything like that for a while, and it made me want to, like, I don't know, make myself a body pillow or something like that. So I left the stuffing out, and I have plans for that very soon. That's a lot to cram into one video. That's all I'm going to talk about now. That was long enough. I'm going to try to do better about posting every week. I look forward to watching your videos. I'm finally kind of caught up. And I will see you next week. Bye!